Hi, I'm Mr. Law. Today we're going to talk with the spindle or reciprocating sander. We're going to start working with some of the safety features that we have first. Starting with the floor area, we have it marked with the safety zone. This safety zone is marked so that you are the only operator within the confines of this particular area. We also have the safety sheet. This safety sheet outlines all the safety features of this particular piece of equipment as well as what you should be doing when you're operating this particular piece. We also have the safety switches. The safety switches are the on and off button. Push the on button when you want to start working, the off button when you want to stop. The next safety feature that we have is the safety glasses. As you can see that I'm wearing these, and these are required at all times while you are operating this piece of equipment. After this, we go to the safety shield. The safety shield is lowered by this knob in the back until it is about 2 inches above the work piece. When you have it locked in position, then the last piece that you need to worry about is the vent damper. This needs to be open to make sure that the dust is flowing smoothly and cleanly away from the machine during operation. Now, this particular piece of equipment can be used for both internal and external sanding. I'm going to show you the external sanding first. You have to keep in mind that this particular machine rotates in this direction. Therefore, you have to feed the work into the rotation. You also have to make sure that you don't put too much pressure on the particular piece of wood, or you may burn it, or it may actually indent on your particular piece of wood. So what you want to do is move it slowly and cautiously to make sure that it's nice, even flow, as well as the sanding is where you want to be. To start the machine, okay, we push the start button. Now, as we start working with this, we want to take the piece that we're going to be working with and slowly push it into the returning. As you can see, I'm starting to do the sanding. I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing it, and I have good control. Your positions of your hands is very important here so that you have and you can maintain control of what you're doing. Always pay attention to what you are doing. As you start sanding, watch to see where you're going. Keeping track of where you are sanding and what you are doing. When you finish with this particular operation, okay, you can check it. If it happens to be exactly what you want, shut the machine off. When you shut the machine off, okay, wait until it stops before you do any other further changes or make any adjustments. From that point, if I wanted to go to interior type of sanding, I would lift my guard, raise it up. Now I can take my piece, place it over the spindle, and put it down. Again, I can lower the guard to where it's about 2 inches above, and now I am ready to start doing internal work. Okay, in order to do the internal work, again, I start the machine and I start working slowly, going into the rotation. Rotation is this direction. I'm feeding into the rotation. I keep my hands positioned so they're out of the way, and I can work with this piece and see what I'm doing. If I need to go back, all I have to do is rotate it, go back in, and start working with this again. Once I have finished this operation, I want to shut the machine off, wait till it stops, and after it stops, then I can go ahead and make any changes or alterations. Put the guard up and out of the way, lift your piece up. Now, if you need to make any adjustments or any changes, you can do it safely without having to worry about anything that can happen to you. Some of the other things that you have to be aware of. The throat plate that you have here, this needs to be the same size or a little bit larger than the drum that you are working with. If you use the improper throat plate, your piece of wood could be dragged down into there, it could break, or it could be thrown off the particular piece of equipment. So be careful of that. Make sure that the working surface is nice and clean when you start. Also, when you finish, clean it before the next person comes in. That way they have a nice clean surface that they're working with, and you make it safe for the next individual. I hope you have fun working with this piece of equipment.